Good morning, my loves. How are we? You are joining me on day one of the heatwave here in the UK. So this is going to add an interesting little layer of difficulty to the day. But alas, so last week we did the majority of the demolition on our bathroom and we found damp and all the plaster fell off the walls. This week, what we have to do is get rid of there's like a chunky chunk of excess plaster that used to kind of like sit on top of the bath. So to get like a nice fresh clean slate for us to work with, I'm gonna try to like chisel away all that plaster, which is the first thing that we need to do, to then like smooth out the wall at least a little bit so that I can re-plaster on top, and then we have like a nice fresh base to tile. That's the thought. I have never plastered before in my entire life. Everyone has advised me against it. Everyone has said that it can't be done. And I'm over here like, listen, okay. I reckon, okay, here is my thought process on the whole plastering situation. It's kind of like cake decorating. And my granny is a great cake decorator, so I have been baking since a very young age. And icing cakes is something I'm not great at, but I'm better than the average Joe who's never iced a cake before, if you know what I mean. So it's just gonna be like icing a cake. I swear, it's gonna be totally fine. Right. Step 1, smash. Step 2, be an excellent plasterer. Let's go. Oh yeah. I need your protection. Okay, so I've been at it for about an hour now. I had to take my camera out of the room fairly early on into filming because the amount of dust, I was like, good God, this is probably not good for my camera. But my wrist is starting to swell and get really sore because I have very strong legs, I have very weak arms, so trying to like push the SDS to get it to like engage the hammer mode thing, I have to put like my whole entire weight into it. And it's at angles and stuff that you just don't really accomplish at the gym. So yeah, I'm gonna need to take a physical break. And I'm literally dripping with sweat all over the room, so we have never had a paddling pool before. This is our first paddling pool, so I was just trying to introduce the dogs to it a little bit. Alfie has now been fully in it. Harry Haggis has had 2 paws on it, which is great progress for him. Alfie, you want to show? Alfie, jump in. Alfie in. Paddling pool is a success. I am very excited for Lewis to get home so that he can try it out. Realistically, I now probably do not have time to actually start plastering today. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This whole fridge gimmick is really a pain in the butt. Okay, what I need to do first is go and clear that room, get it all clean, get it hoovered, get all the garbage out, and then I guess we'll just like see what time it is. Yeah, sounds like a plan. See you up there. Okay, so it's probably a bit easier to see now kind of like what I'm trying to do here with the SDS. So like here is a high point that I still need to knock down. Like, I don't know if this is the correct technique, but basically what I'm doing is like running my hand across the top, and then any high points that I meet, I'm just knocking back so that when I come back over with the plaster, hopefully I'll be able to create an even finish over the top of everything. Honestly, I'm not too sure, I'm winging it, but I swear to God, you find bobby pins literally everywhere. Like that bobby pin there is like the third one I found in this bathroom. I found two when I ripped the floor out underneath the floor. I swear this is why we lose them all the time, because they get sucked in by surfaces in our homes. Love the dashing wallpaper that we've unearthed. I love finding all the like fun little wallpaper and shit that used to be here. Like this house used to be so goddamn colourful. I don't want my camera to be in here while I'm cleaning up all this dust. So I'm going to leave you outside. And just like that, voila, wow, look, a lovely clean room. This is where I'm going to stop today. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. There's no point in me starting to plaster now. It is too late in the day. But we just had the toilet. Do you remember we had a toilet like there, wherever it was? Somebody just picked up the toilet. We were put it on Facebook Marketplace for free. And the guy came and he was like, do you know I'm taking this to Africa? And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I've got like a shipping container that I'm filling up with stuff because I'm building a house in Africa. So that toilet is going to go be his toilet in his new house in Africa. I'm so excited. It makes me so goddamn happy that stuff can be circular. And now that toilet gets to go and live a wonderful life in Africa. Okay, see you in the morning, love you, bye. Good morning. Lewis really likes the pool. He's doing a meditation in it.
Again, and actually the purpose of meditation is stepping away from it. Doesn't matter what kind of it.
Okay, good morning. So we ended up going to Screwfix last night to pick up some paint stripper because I was looking at that wall and there's all these paint flecks that need to come off. Because we can't tile over paint because the tiles will fall off the wall. So we're gonna need to paint strip this whole area anyway. So I thought might as well at least get this lower section done before I start plastering to make it easier for myself. So that's step one of today. I swear we are eventually going to plaster. It's definitely gonna happen. I cannot believe that I just set up a time lapse to catch the paint going bubbly, and on this wall nothing happened, and then on this wall look at all the action. Can't believe it, can't believe it. I actually feel like the paint stripper was my downfall because the paint is coming off in fairly big chunks, just peeling it. But then as soon as you hit the bit where I paint strippered, it's all gooey and gunky and really difficult to get off. So I potentially should have just tried with the knife first. I've never ever stripped paint before, so I didn't know what I was doing, but that might have been a better idea. Never mind. So I've uncovered a few things behind this paint. The first one being that we thought that this plaster up here was fine. We thought this was just the bad bit, you know, all this that's come off so far. But here is a big patch that is just not there no more. But it's just knowing if that's okay. Like with how easily that is coming away from the wall. Like we're going to be tiling this wall, and that makes me a bit concerned for like the weight of the tiles, like it holding the weight. Scared. It is lunchtime. I am stopping for a break. So I filmed a little clip to show you guys what I mean about the plaster, where some of it is really solid and you can't break it, you know, with a good amount of force. And then you can see the other bit, I literally just have to touch the knife to it and it slides right under and all peels off. So I think that means that that's all damp damaged as well. So that all needs to come off. I'm having leftover turkey bolognese for lunch. I googled it and apparently it is totally fine to wash plaster walls. You just have to use like as little amount of water as you possibly can and then just leave them to dry. So alright, I am done with that and I just need to leave it all to dry before we can do anything else. Honestly, it amazes me every time like how little you can actually get done in a day. The thing I always find is that you can be very optimistic about how long a project is going to take you, and a lot of people will tell you that that's a bad thing because it's unrealistic. But in my personal opinion, having a little bit of optimism about your timelines can be helpful because it lets you just get started. Like if I'd have known at the start that demolition itself was going to take like, what are we on, day 5 at this point? I wouldn't have started the bathroom yet. I wouldn't have, because I'm like, oh my god, that's so much time, oh my god. But the fact that in my head I was like, oh, demo will take a day. I was like, alright, let's just do it. So then we're cracking on. So now we're actually doing it, you know? So yeah, I think optimism does have a place just to get you started on your projects. So what I wanted to talk to you about, so I've just been Googling it, and a bathroom removal, so what we've just done, can average between £800 and £3,000. We've spent £80 on a plumber who came in and helped us with like our stopcock and stuff, which obviously you wouldn't have to factor for that if you already had isolation valves and stopcocks were working and blah blah blah. I think we've spent about £100 on tools and materials to actually gut the bathroom. So yeah, we're below the £200 mark. Yes, it has taken us time, but nothing in the world is free. It's, you know, like nothing is a better deal, everything is a trade. So yeah, I personally always believe that trading your time is better than trading your money, especially if you don't have a lot of money like us and you have to protect your money. So yeah, we're on this whole bathroom renovation, we're going to have saved ourselves literally thousands, but at this point, let's say we've saved ourselves about £400. That's a conservative guess, so that feels quite nice, to be fair. Okay, I'm going to sign off. Me and this hot dog are going to try and cool down a little bit, and we'll see you next week. I love you so much, bye.